Yes, baby. It is Thursday on the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando, where we definitely bring the action. And, of course, we bring the nonsense. You can find us 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. or 24/7 at KevinSuttonShow.com. Make sure you guys download, subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, even Spotify and Google Play Music. We are pretty much wherever a podcast or wherever a recorded show is. Just make sure you do that, guys, and definitely follow us on all social media at Kevin Sutton Show. Today's going to be a good show, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to introduce my man Nick first. He is here. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. What's up?
Nothing much, dude. It's just you and me for a little bit. Myra and Kevin are out saving the world together this time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you don't mind hitting my music. That'd be great. Okay. Double time. Today is Thursday, baby. And my words of wisdom for you all are that you don't know true exhaustion until you try to open your car door with your house key and get confused at it. Yes.
It's happened.
So Nick, yesterday, we had our show yesterday, and I told you I was gonna be working a lot. I didn't get home until after 2:00 this afternoon.
Oh wow!
This is from last night.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I think we have maybe 4 hours sleep, maybe, but not really because I have a kid. Mm-hmm. So he's just happy to be alive. So he's wants to run around and do all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I think I'm running on maybe 3 hours.
That's not enough. That's not enough sleep.
No.
That's really not enough.
Plus, I got another 16-hour night tonight.
Oh wow, that's a quick turnaround for you.
Yeah. It's crazy. I was just thinking, there's got to be levels of exhaustion. So you ever stay up really, really late, and then first you're tired,
mm-hmm.
then everything is hilarious to you. It's you're almost punch drunk. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah.
And then you're really tired again, and then you're up. You get a second wind. I think I'm at that stage.
You're
now.
at the second wind stage.
I'm at the second.
Well, that's good. You're going to need the second wind stage for the next 56 minutes here.
Good, because I'm ready to roll, man.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I talked to Sam, or he's actually here today. I talked to Sam. He's going to come in here and bother us about some World Cup. I wish Myra was here because I really want you two to,
Well, that's why Myra's not here, right?
Right.
That's why, because she realized that the irrational picking that you did for France and her rationally picking Argentina
and Colombia,
basically exactly the same. Hers is just based upon location. Yours was based upon just kind of random. That's all.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I just think they don't like to give me credit.
No, I don't think so either.
I just think they don't like to give me credit.
That's the role you play on the show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with Kevin and Myra for about going on 4 years now, and I've made some pretty dumb predictions, but hey, I stick by them.
Shoot, bro.
Right, exactly.
Shoot,
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
And I just really wish I would have took a shot at betting on Victor Casino. Because I would have got Croatia had to be a bigger upside if they would have because nobody thought they were going to win.
No one thought they would.
They're the second smallest country
in history to make the World Cup final.
Who's the smallest country?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
We'll ask Sam when he gets there.
Sam will definitely know, but I have no idea.
Yeah, and Croatia's flag is the checkered and Rally's logo, right? No, I'm being. They're jerseys, aren't they? Checkered red and white.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, when you're my size, food is what connects you to the world. So I see.
So watching them play makes you hungry.
Well, yes, I see red and white checkers. I think of checkers and rallies. So we don't have rallies here. We have checkers.
We have checkers. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have that up in Chicago? Do they have? Is it a rallies or is it checkers?
I think it's rallies. Yeah, they have rallies. That's strange to me. The regional, it's the same company basically, but the way they regionalize it, like White Castle and all that.
That's
stuff.
Like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah.
Yeah. But today, I actually have some stuff I do want to talk about. After we talk with Sam, I got to talk about Brock Lesnar because that stuff was new. And LaShawn McCoy, I think that was his name.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, his girlfriend, I definitely want to talk about that. And we haven't done likely or unlikely in a long time, so hopefully by the end of this show, we actually do that. But right now, Got some World Cup talk. Got my man, Taquito.
What's up?
Sam Albuquerque.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, man. Thank you for coming in.
I mean, it's either here or listen to another hour of news programming. So I'm glad to be here.
I mean, you sure? Because, I mean, that's probably better.
No, that's good. Come on. No, that's a great career move, Sam. Come on down here, and then she's like, it stinks down there.
Yeah, another hour of Clark Howard. Do you know how many hours I've listened to Clark Howard this week? It's way too many.
Looks like Tony Marino's waving you to get him in.
I'll go grab him in a second. He can wait out there for a little bit.
Hey, it's Thursday. Whatever, man. Okay, so what's going on, Sam, with you in the World Cup? How are you feeling? We haven't talked to you since Brazil got eliminated. Since
it was a sad day.
Is Neymar still alive?
He might still be rolling around somewhere in Paris, I think.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but so Croatia and France. You remember from the very beginning.
Allez bleu.
I said France.
Do you know how to say it now? Allez bleu.
Allez bleu. Yes,
there you go.
I do remember. And you know, Myra and Kevin didn't give me any credit for that.
No, you did. From the beginning, once we first started talking World Cup, you were like, you know what? I'm going to root for France. And even though you don't have no French descendancy, no connection to the country, I applaud your fandom, and I accept it.
I like French toast.
French toast is good. French fries.
I like croissants, from Burger King. Those are good.
I don't think that's French.
Croissant? They use a croissant?
No, croissant, which is from...
hey, it's an amalgamation of America and France. So
there you go.
It's all good. But okay, so the game is on Sunday.
Sunday, 11 a.m.
All right.
Which is weird. I never liked the 11 a.m. starts.
What time is it going to be in Russia? Like
probably like
7 o'clock at night?
I think it's 7-8 hour time difference, something like that.
Okay. So who do you got?
I
don't care anymore, do you?
No, I'm just
really?
kidding. I really care. That was a joke. I care way too much that I'm proud enough to admit. But I'd probably go with France just because they're the better team. If you go from 1 to 23, which is the amount of people on a roster, they have better players. And I've said it from the beginning. I don't trust their coach. I've never liked Didier Deschamps. He's always way too conservative for me for how much talent he has on his team.
Yeah.
But they're winning, and I really think that Euro 2016 loss in Paris to an inferior Portugal team really changed their mindset. And they're coming in. This is our tournament, and they've played like it.
Wow. Now, what about Croatia? Are they the Mighty Ducks of this one?
Croatia fans hate me. They must hate me because since the beginning of the World Cup, I've said that they would win their group, and that was it.
They garbage. Yeah,
I haven't said they're garbage. I just didn't think. I don't like their striker. I don't like Mario Mandzukic. I think he's overrated. I don't like their defense. Lovren has not been a good defender for Liverpool and before that for Southampton, in my opinion. Yet he keeps going to finals, so he must be good, right? Their midfield is where they make their money, and constantly they leave guys on the bench that I think that should be playing. Like guys like Brozovic hasn't played much, even though he started last game, and guys like Mateo Kovacic from Real Madrid has barely played this World Cup, even though he's one of the most talented midfielders in the world. He's been sticking to a core group, which is, okay, but I think their midfield is probably the best collection of talent in the world. Probably guys like Rakitic from Barcelona, guys like Modric from Real Madrid, guys like Ivan Perisic that plays in Italy at Inter Milan. These are all really talented dudes, and consistently they've proven that they should be here, which is weird because this country has only 4 million people. It's smaller, has less people than the island of Manhattan.
Thank you. I had a question. Nick didn't know the answer either. Surprisingly, Nick's an almanac. He didn't know the answer. But we're going to defer to you. Croatia is the second smallest country to go.
Second, I think, since Uruguay in 1950.
Uruguay is the smallest.
I don't know how many people are in Sweden, but Sweden got to a final once, too. Lost to Brazil, by the way.
All right.
58, I think.
Your parents weren't even born in 50.
No. I've gone too deep into the Brazilian national team stuff, so...
Wow. Well, Sam, I really appreciate you coming out here, man, because you know me, I don't know nothing about soccer.
Hey, you picked the finals better than me.
Hey.
I picked Brazil and Spain.
But
Spain lost in the first round, Brazil lost in the second round.
But you know what's crazy? I didn't bet any money, so it's really not going to mean anything.
You probably wouldn't have won much money either.
I wish I would.
Nah, because France was one of the favorites.
Well, still, more money than I got. But hey, man, we are going to get it into the action when we come back. I'm going to talk about Brock Lesnar, baby. But yeah. Stick around. You listen to The Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
saying at least one stupid thing per day.
I've been beating the meat, but I ain't never did in the cooler like you did.
This is the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
That's right, baby. We are back. The Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando. Make sure you follow us on all social media at Kevin Sutton Show. Facebook, if you're listening, give me that blue check. Nick won't tell me the secret, or he'll have to kill me.
They'll take mine away.
They'll give you a scarlet letter.
Twitter's been purging all those fake accounts today. You see all these accounts just dropping in followers.
Oh, no wonder I only have 2 followers now. Hey, India, give me my money back.
I've never understood why people buy followers.
I don't get it either because it's not legit.
Yeah, it's not legit. They don't interact with you. It's just a number. Now, some people in our business tell me, well, management looks at it. It's like, what kind of a social media following do you have?
Oh, but it's so fake.
It's so fake.
Faker than wrestling, right, Nick?
Yeah, it is. It's actually, we found something.
Yeah, we found some common ground, right?
Yeah. Pam Anderson and fake Twitter followers. There we go.
But guys, thank you for tuning in. It is Thursday night, and let's see, where do I want to get started here? You guys know I'm a wrestling fan. You guys know I do like MMA as well. And when they mesh, it could be a beautiful disaster or just a disaster, a la CM Punk. Now, if you look at the UFC now, they don't have much superstar power, Nick. Now you have Conor McGregor, but he's dealing with all of the stupid legal drama from 222. I think I forgot which one it was, but from him.
Yeah, when they went into the Barclays Center and they trashed that bus.
Yeah, he could have
really hurt somebody. Well, didn't he? He lacerated someone's face.
Man, and their eye. So
yeah, people kept saying this thing is fake, and I was like, I went a little too far for it to be fake, I think.
No, and he deserves whatever he gets. He's stupid for doing that. But they're lacking on huge star power. They just had the UFC Hall of Fame last week. They inducted Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
She deserves it. I think she definitely changed the game for women in the UFC because Dana White before said himself, he said women will never headline the event. So I give her props.
She built that whole women's division. And Ronda Rousey, the UFC women's side, and even the UFC as a whole stood on her shoulders for at least a little while there.
About 2 years.
Yeah, and she was the biggest thing. She was the biggest thing in UFC, bigger than Conor McGregor at times.
You're right. And it's crazy because now if you look at their superstar list, the women are still up there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I got to give her props. So she definitely deserves to be in the UFC Hall of Fame. But what I'm bringing up is Daniel Cormier is now the UFC heavyweight champion. And I can't pronounce the guy's name who he beat. It was Stipe Miocic.
But that's kind of the problem for the UFC.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, all right, well, I know who the guy is, but I can't pronounce his name, or we just don't know who he is.
Yeah, I think it's Stipe Miocic. I'm sure I just butchered it, but work with me, people here.
Sorry,
okay?
bro. Yeah.
And so he also is the UFC light heavyweight champion. Okay, so he's the one who fought John Jones, but lost to John Jones.
Right, but Jones then had to vacate the title.
Was stupid again and had to vacate the UFC light heavyweight title.
Exactly.
So Daniel Cormier is the UFC light heavyweight champion at 205, but now he's the UFC heavyweight champion at 245. So this dude gained 40 pounds to win this UFC heavyweight fight. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is someone decided to show up at UFC 226. And that person is former UFC heavyweight champion and current WWE Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. And now, this is where I don't like it because I understand wrestling is I'm not going to say the F word, but staged.
It's fake, man. You can say it. Don't worry. It rolls right off the tongue.
I know it's predetermined. But have you seen the end?
Ain't that a SAT word for fake?
Did you see the post-fight interview? What was going on?
I saw the headlines about this that someone called out Brock Lesnar or something like that.
Daniel Cormier called out Brock Lesnar, but this was so set up, Nick. Brock Lesnar was standing right outside the octagon.
Okay.
Like right here, like right where that chair is next to me.
Okay.
The cages. Okay. So Daniel Cormier gets to the microphone. He calls out Brock Lesnar, and voila, Brock Lesnar is surprisingly standing right at the cage door. Okay, so they let him in, and Brock Lesnar shoves Daniel Cormier, gets on the microphone, says a bunch of curse words, talks crap about the whole division, which he's right. There's no one really there, which he's right. And Dana White's got this huge smile on his face. Joe Rogan's got this huge smile on his face. So they essentially have a fake pull apart. Okay?
Right. A hold me back.
Yeah. And, Daniel Cormier's like, you shove me now, I'll put you to sleep later. Right? So I have an issue with that, man. Like, I don't like when they mix, but I do. Okay. I'm probably going to sound like a hypocrite here, but hear me out, everybody.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Brock Lesnar and WWE, that's two different worlds. Brock Lesnar, WWE, Brock Lesnar, UFC. Okay? People will never respect wrestling if they love UFC. Okay? WWE fans can like UFC, but UFC fans don't like WWE fans. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the issue when they mix is that these guys have a huge, not chip on their shoulder, but let's say they have a huge spotlight on them because they have star power, right? Look at CM Punk. This guy, one of the biggest WWE superstars of all time. Goes in the UFC, fights two scrubs, fights two nobodies, gets his ass handed to him, really. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets destroyed. Yet, he was on the main card of the fights. Okay? And Brock Lesnar, back before he returned to the WWE, was the former UFC heavyweight champion. He beat Randy Couture. Biggest box office probably of all time back then, UFC 100. But now, he went back to WWE, does his little thing there, and he decides he wants to go back to UFC. This guy still has a suspension to serve. Do you remember that fight he had with Mark Hunt?
I do not, honestly, no.
Okay, well, he had a fight with Mark Hunt about 2 years ago. He won that fight, but the fight got overturned because he did not pass the drug testing.
All right.
Right? And
kind of a problem there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with UFC, you have to go
Dana White's kind of got to get a handle on that.
I think with any athletic league, you have to pass these USADA testing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he still has to serve a suspension. And the way that the suspension works with them is that you have to enter the pool, and then to serve. So he's been out of UFC for 2.5 years.
Right.
Almost.
Basically, what it stops someone from doing is technically retiring for like a year, serving the suspension. Then they want you active in the league.
Yes.
And then while you serve the suspension.
Exactly. So now he officially, you can say it's official. Mm-hmm. He officially entered the pool.
So he's serving his punishment now.
So now he's serving his punishment. So everybody wanted him to fight in November, which would be UFC's 25th anniversary.
Okay.
Not going to happen because he's got to serve that suspension. So the earliest he can fight would be January. Okay.
Right.
Now, Daniel Cormier is still a 2-division champion. My question to you, Nick, if you're the UFC, if you're Dana White, you have your huge 25th anniversary event in November. What do you do with Daniel Cormier? Because he's a 2-division champion.
I make him fight twice.
That's funny.
Can't you force the title from him to someone else?
You can.
But you can force it wrong.
Do you tell him to vacate the light heavyweight title?
I think I do because he's not a big enough star for UFC in terms of crossing over to casual fans. And I know less about this than some people. So, I mean, that maybe if someone can help us, they can at 844-225-5580. But UFC's not in a position for one person who's not Conor McGregor, basically, to be holding that kind of star power, to be holding that kind of leverage over the league where they have 2 different titles at the same time. So what they should do is they should say, okay, you got to vacate one. Okay. Pick one. Because then we want to force that platform to somebody else. That's what they need to do, is force it to someone else and then try to engineer a fight with a little bit more
star power.
Yeah, steak and sizzle to it, no doubt.
Because UFC in November, the 25th anniversary has got to be a huge event. It's got to be something big, and you can't have Brock Lesnar. You can't have him.
Right.
So Daniel Cormier, they say they want to fight each other. It's going to happen, obviously. But do you put Daniel Cormier at UFC in November and fight in January against Brock Lesnar?
I don't
Or do
think
you put that fight?
You can't do
you
that.
put that fight way off.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, the thing is you can't fight him in November and then risk him getting injured in January. And plus, is there not after fighting? There's some sort of suspension time where he can't fight.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm a little.
Yeah, I think it's 100. It's like 180 days or something.
Okay, so 6 months. Okay,
it's. I don't know the exact time. Like UFC is kind of it's a sport that I very casually follow. But once you fight, if you're injured enough in a fight, like you got to sit out an amount of time. Like Ronda Rousey had to sit out 6 months. I don't know how long Conor McGregor, after his fight with Floyd Mayweather, had to sit out like 6 months. I don't know how it is if you just 5 seconds in beat somebody and knock them out. They should let you fight the next guy. They should bring somebody else out and say, okay, now fight this dude.
Like a gauntlet.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't risk that if you have something like Lesnar Cormier set up between those two guys to where let's say Cormier fights and he loses.
So do you
you need to pick the best fight you can and try to headline.
So if you're Dana
with
White, do you wait and not put Cormier on UFC 25 or
yeah, I think that's what I do.
Or save it for January?
Yeah, I wait. That's what I do. I wait.
Oh man, so we have nothing for the 25th anniversary. I mean, Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, they want to fight each other again, but those are dinosaurs.
I'll let the dinos fight.
Let's get into that when we come
old
back.
School. You just go old school matchups. Yeah. Can we call Chuck? Yeah, Chuck Liddell. All the old school dudes.
Yeah, let's get into that when we come back. Hey guys, stick around. We're going to get into that a little bit more, and I do want to talk about LaShawn McCoy, his situation with all that crap going on. But yeah, stick around, guys. You're listening to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Winning at pretty much everything except sports radio.
Winning.
You're listening to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN
580 Orlando.
Everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win.
All right, we are back. ESPN 580 Orlando with the Kevin Sutton Show. Step into the action, of course, get into the nonsense, baby. We're on 5 days a week. It's good, man. Nick, so did you hear it? What T-Pain, did you hear? Because we were talking about the Mandela effect.
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
Did you hear him say yeah?
Oh, no, there, yeah, I just did.
He says, and they stay there, and they say yeah.
I heard
I did not know that. So
now I'm never going to be able to unhear it.
Exactly, and it's crazy how our mind works.
Why does he not just say, and they stay there, and they stay there? Why does he say and say yeah? It sounds better with they stay there twice.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It ruined the song.
Right?
You guys ruined the song for me.
I'm sorry. But if you guys missed that episode, just go to our website, kevinsuttonshow.com, and look at the Mandela effect. And so, okay, folks, we were just talking about UFC and Brock Lesnar returning to the UFC and how the UFC 25th anniversary is in November. But unfortunately, Daniel Cormier is the UFC heavyweight champion, but he's got to maybe fight twice or not, or what's going on with that?
He's not fighting twice.
Okay,
They're not going to have him fight
so
twice.
How about this idea? I'm going to pitch this idea to you.
Sure.
But before we pitch this idea to you, everyone's in the studio today, so let's give it up from my latest point of view.
I bet y'all having a good time out there.
Oh, yes. It's great to be here.
Hey, guys,
They're all dressed up.
You guys look awesome.
Oh, man. I just want a hobnob tonight.
Man, oh, my gosh. Look at you. Look at Kevin. This is the first time I've ever seen Kevin in a suit. Were you guys at a funeral?
No,
No. I was at court, bruh.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, we were over at the Citrus Club with my fundraiser.
I had a joke there that would have got me fired. Definitely had one that would have got me fired.
You know what happened? Papa John's is in trouble.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not in trouble. The trouble is over. The whole thing's done.
What happened?
I have no clue. I just heard it was
I know
not
exactly
you.
what happened.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
he was on a conference call with some investors or whatever, and he was discussing KFC. He was talking about how Colonel Sanders would say the N-word all the time, but he actually said the N-word.
Yeah.
And so he was already in hot water before.
Not allowed to do that.
didn't he have a problem recently? Something to do
with the NFL.
Yeah, with the NFL.
Yeah, when he during a very similar situation, he basically blamed the NFL for their
$70 million loss.
Yes, for them not meeting sales expectations, for their stock price falling.
Because, the whole
because of the
kneeling,
NFL, the ratings issue. He blamed it all on that. So the NFL said, "Cool, we're actually not going to renew our league sponsorship with you." So now they're not the official pizza of the NFL anymore.
Pizza Hut's creeping in on that.
Sometimes you just got to say to yourself, is it worth me saying something like this
Keep
right now?
your mouth shut.
I have 10 of those thoughts a day.
Wow.
Man.
Dog.
Man.
So in 2 years ago, this past February, he was kissing Peyton Manning on the cheek after Peyton won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he has gone now. He had to step down from being the CEO of Papa John's. He was forced out as the chairman of Papa John's yesterday. He's done. And also, Louisville, which he was on the board of trustees,
Yeah, I
Louisville
heard that
said,
part. They dropped
get
him
the
too.
hell out, too. And they play at Papa John's Stadium.
That's
Whoa.
going to get renamed.
Yeah, that's a deal. That's kind of a deal. Did they rename the pizza company now? Because he was Papa John.
Yeah, like, what do you do now?
Yeah, his name was John Schnatter.
Shatner.
Yeah, Schnatner. Yeah, he's Papa John. So we got to change the name,
It'll be
don't we?
Papa Joe's.
When I just found this out like less than 20 minutes ago.
I know.
I made a
Yeah.
joke, and the guy was like, you know what they did with Papa John? I'm like, oh.
It was Dr. Jammin.
Dr. Jam.
He's like, I'm not touching that comment, Kevin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, guys,
But-
let me give you guys a little bit of info what we were talking about before you guys came in. Okay, so UFC is Brock Lesnar is back in the UFC. We discussed it just
Right.
briefly yesterday on Wrestling
Yes.
Wednesday. But he has to serve a 6-month suspension for his last fight with Mark Hunt, where he got popped for PEDs.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Make him pay.
Daniel Cormier is the new UFC heavyweight champion. He's also the UFC light heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
But this November is UFC's 25th anniversary. Okay.
Whoa. So
Yeah.
how's he going to?
But the issue is Brock Lesnar can't fight until January.
Yeah.
Right.
So if
would
you're
be
the
defending the
UFC,
title.
if you're UFC, do you put off that fight with Daniel Cormier until January? Because if Daniel Cormier fights in November, he's not going to be able to fight in January.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do they make an exception to the rule?
But he can't. I think there's
no. That's an
legal.
insurance issue.
Yeah.
That's some legality stuff there. I don't think they do that.
And so UFC 25, there's no stars anymore. We don't have any stars anymore in UFC. All right. Conor McGregor's not fighting. Ronda Rousey's retired. Who's left?
Do you think
So-
it's a permanent? I think Ronda might come back.
She may later,
Yeah.
but,
She just signed
she's
a
killing it
contract
with
for
WWE.
something. And she just did something else too. Like
she just got inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame.
and
Yeah.
she's doing some commercials for Twizzlers.
Twizzlers, yeah, that's a WWE thing. Hooked her up with
okay.
that.
Really?
But my question to you guys: do you guys know any UFC legends that can still fight? All right, I have a couple. Because UFC 25, you have all of the prestige with UFC, right? They've got to do something because they don't have any star power in it
Who do you
nowadays.
bring back?
Okay, what about? Hear me out. Anderson Silva,
Okay.
he could fight.
Yeah.
What about GSP? He's probably
GSP is
the
awesome.
best of all time.
And left on a good foot.
Jose Aldo's the one who lost to Conor McGregor, the title to Conor McGregor.
Which I don't think he should have lost that fight.
He's only 31.
He would probably be
Okay, Michael Bisping,
But how much time do we have?
November is when.
Yeah.
So we only have like 3 months.
All right.
Who's going to come off the couch?
Who's in shape? Yeah,
What
who's
about-
in shape?
Tito Ortiz and who else? Chuck Liddell.
Anderson Silva ready to go?
Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva. Not Anderson. Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Those guys have had the biggest rivalry in probably UFC history.
I think their rivalry might be worth bringing them back in.
All right, because we've got to have something with legends going on.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's see where Krispy Kreme Chris is at. Has he got something for this? Can you fix the problem, Chris?
Well, we can't fix the problem, but we can actually do a little bit of good. What about Ken Shamrock? He's been harping.
Shamrock was the name I was looking for. Shamrock. That was the name I was trying to think of. That's a good
one
Chris.
makes me feel a little excited right there. I got a little tingly downstairs. That could possibly be, and he would be able to come off of the.
Is Frank Mir still around?
He might be able to come off the couch on that one.
Ken Shamrock is actually still in very good shape. He's in his early 50s.
Yeah,
but he's
Frank
still
Mir's still fighting
He's
too.
in amazing shape.
Yeah.
Why don't we have brother versus brother, Ken versus Frank?
That would be cool too. Frank Shamrock as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So UFC they're kind of in a bind because do you
have a throwback night?
Yeah,
25th year anniversary. You just go
like
straight up throwbacks.
Remember, you came up
night.
with the thing with
Thursday Night Football.
With Thursday Night Football, and you came up with the thing with Tim Tebow for the ticket sales for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're on a roll here.
Yeah, throwback there. You go throwback 25th year anniversary, okay, and you fight all the old school dudes that we watch basically be coaches on Bellator. That's what you do.
Nick comes up with great marketing ideas.
He's here all day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's
right. I mean, that's what I was kind of alluding to, guys. But you can go ahead and give Nick credit for that.
No,
I didn't say I didn't look up at someone else's paper.
But Nick, you get to kind of take all this in all day long, and it's kind of like you kind of start working around that whole concept.
Krispy Kreme, let me ask you: if you were in charge of UFC, if you're Dana White, do you hold off the Daniel Cormier fighting at the 25th anniversary so he can fight Brock Lesnar as soon as possible in January? Because January is the earliest that Brock Lesnar can fight. So do you hold him off?
I say you hold him off because of the fact that they want that fight, but Cormier only has what he said he wanted to retire at 41, I think it was. So I think they should go ahead and get it done, but you hold him off and have that be his last fight. But of course,
so
here's the question: does Brock Lesnar have the belt?
Does he the Universal title?
Yes.
Oh man, that thing doesn't exist anymore. He's just holding that hostage.
I think they're dissolving it with him,
right? But do you strip Daniel Cormier of the light heavyweight title because you can't? You strip him of that because he was 245 for the heavyweight fight. But for light heavyweight, the max is 205 because that's a huge weight gain.
Yeah,
that's huge.
I was talking to Laura. She's a heavyweight champion, women's division for boxing. And
she's a beast.
Yeah, and she was explaining like 10 pounds changes the world.
Yeah,
when it comes to boxing.
Yeah.
So
the world
because it's impossible to shed 40 pounds. I mean, cutting weight is impossible.
And then come back up.
That's hard.
Like that's
and then we had relentless Jason Ellis, and he was talking about one of his guys were shaved off 20 pounds to do a fight, and he got creamed in the ring. Literally got creamed. And skill set wise,
it's because what you
should have never even happened.
It's not healthy.
Yeah, because when you're shaving it, you're not shaving it healthy. You're just shaving it so you can compete at a bracket.
Yeah,
and then your body's not at the coop, where you are normally at your regular weight.
Well, hey Chris, I appreciate you calling, man.
Chris, we love you, man. Thanks for calling in.
Hey,
love you guys too.
Hey guys, I got a surprise for you when we come back. Normally we haven't done this segment in a long time. We are gonna play
this or that,
likely or unlikely.
Ooh.
We got Coach Victor online though.
Sure.
Oh, the girls. We got to see how they're doing.
All
I saw their post this morning.
Fine.
All right, so when we come back, Coach Victor going to be telling us what's going on. I mean, obviously his daughter has not picked LeBron James for the person that she really cares about the most, or but we will get into some other things,
LeBron.
but this or that. I love that segment.
Likely or unlikely.
Likely, unlikely, same thing. I can't get it wrong.
He likes them all.
Stay there, guys.
Warning, warning, warning. You are listening to the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN
580 Orlando. You have been warned.
All right. First, I'm going to tell y'all, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to Twitters, go to YouTube. Anything you want to, all under the username Kevin Sutton Show. I'm letting Maya get into this commercial because we got Coach Victor on the line, so I want to take no time away because we got a game to play.
Kevin Sutton Show is proudly brought to you by Cruz and Pascara, PA, your personal injury attorneys. If you've been in a car accident, slip and fall, your full-service law firm. Offices downtown Orlando, 407-841-0200. Tell them the Kevin Sutton Show sent you.
All right, Coach Victor.
Hey, how you doing today, guys?
Great.
What it do?
The last time I saw you guys were 0-2.
No, 2-0.
2-0. Sorry. What's the latest?
So the girls played their third game today, and we played Dayton, Ohio, and we beat them 51-14. So we're 3-0.
Did you hear the score?
Man.
51-14.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh! What
You
happens
guys-
now?
Domination.
So tomorrow starts knockoff round. We play tomorrow a team from Georgia called Canton, Georgia. tomorrow morning at 10:20.
Man.
Is basically win and go, keep going, or lose and go home.
Win and keep going.
You guys have been dominating. You guys need to change your name to the Orlando Future Warriors.
Man, I'm so excited. I've been watching, I've been
Lakers.
liking and following you guys on Facebook. Keep posting and keep us in the loop. So excited and so proud of you girls. Go girl power.
Thank you, Victor. We just want to
Thank
give
you
you guys
very
a
much,
quick
guys, and,
update.
It all goes to the coach. It all goes to the coach. Forget the players.
So, Canal, hey, to Coach David Calazo, the head coach, we thank him for everything he's done for these girls. I'm part of his team and coaching staff, but he's the one that's the main man around this, and we're blessed to have a great coach.
Hey, give us a call tomorrow, okay? Make sure you keep us in the loop.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Except for your daughter. Bye.
All right.
All right,
It's
guys.
Doesn't
time
like
for
LeBron James. I mean, what kind of kid doesn't like LeBron James?
Right?
a smart kid.
All right, guys. So it's been
Kids in Oakland.
right. True.
They're all crying.
All right, so it's been a while since we've played Likely or Unlikely. You know, with the Kevin Sutton Show, we like to have a little fun before the end of the show. You know, we have Fact or Fiction, Time Warp Tuesday, Monday, Wrestling Wednesday, this or that, and we have Likely or Unlikely. So if you guys are pretty unfamiliar with Likely or Unlikely, I have quite a few scenarios, and you guys need to discuss whether it is likely or unlikely that they're going to happen.
Got it. Let's do it.
All right. Kevin,
Booyah.
pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
7? All right. All right. Number 7 here. With WWE moving SmackDown Live to Fox next October, is it likely or unlikely that the ratings for this show will be the highest for Fox other than sports? Will this be Fox's highest rated show other than sports?
Likely.
You think that is likely?
Yes.
How come?
I think they're putting a lot into marketing wise. Fox is a good network that's going to be open it up to a lot of people. The avenues are going to open up a lot more, and Fox is even going to back their buy into this because people are questioning why would you spend so much money. So they're going to have to do a lot more than normal.
All right, I see Myra. I see you shaking your head. What's going on?
No.
She's already politicianing me, man.
No, unlikely. I'm sorry.
No, why is that?
Because there are some great shows on Fox. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
And you're telling me that wrestling is going to come. I think that eventually wrestling will have its peak on Fox. I don't think it'll happen right away.
Okay, Nick, how do you feel about that? Do you think SmackDown Live will be Fox's highest rated show other than the sports?
No, I don't.
You think it's unlikely?
Well, let's see.
For different reasons.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think for different reasons. I think they have other shows that do so well. No, actually, no. I mean, it's one of those live events. No, I'm going to go with wrestling. Yeah, I'm going to go. I think wrestling will be the highest rated thing.
They don't have American Idol anymore.
No, all the big draws.
I'm trying to think of what they have that would beat it.
Disney does it all, dog.
Yeah. Okay. Myra, pick a number between 1 and 10. Obviously, can't pick 7 because Kevin just picked that one.
8.
8. All right.
Why do you want to be right behind me like that?
Because it's Lincoln's birthday.
Wow. And Myra picked this one. This is a political question.
Oh, come on.
Myra, is it likely or unlikely recreational marijuana will be approved in Florida by 2022?
Probably likely.
Likely?
I just think that people, I think covering the miracle part, miracle.
It is a miracle.
It is a miracle.
The medical part, and I think it's just one step away,
Kevin?
2022.
I can't even
recreational.
I can't even remember no more, bro. I'm just saying. What I will say on that is it's been voted for by the people already. People have already said yes. And then on top of that, recreational wise, it's criminalized in a way that it shouldn't be. Especially since, people drink regular alcohol and cause more problems than marijuana has ever had.
So you think it will or will not be?
I think it should be. If we
likely?
accept, very likely. We accept everything else in the world that's wrong. How about accepting something that's right?
Nick, how do you feel about that?
Ask me one more time, man. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm reading about this Papa John's thing, actually. I'm sorry. So
it's changing.
Actually, it just did. The Marlins have suspended their relationship with Papa John's.
Oh. Wow.
And, of course, the Magic have the 50% off
Yeah,
Papa John's.
yeah.
They're monitoring the situation right now and are having internal discussions about it.
Man,
So
that's a job to have.
Ask me one more time. I'm sorry.
The question, will recreational marijuana be approved in Florida by 2022?
Unlikely.
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 Why?
It's too much money.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Nick.
and I think the older voters will actually keep it out.
Okay. All right, Nick.
But there's a turn for millennials voting.
Yeah.
I would actually I would cede with Myra on this, but that's my gut feeling.
No, gut feeling it makes sense.
He listens to W.
Nick, pick a number between 1 and 10. Can't pick 7 or 8.
3.
3? Okay. With 2 new football leagues being created, is it likely or unlikely that Orlando, not surrounding areas, Orlando officially will get their own team?
Oh.
Well, I mean, we already got an Alliance of American Football team, right? And I think we're getting an XFL team, so very, very likely. Yes,
Very,
that's
very
going to
likely.
happen. Orlando will have an Alliance
So
team.
you're saying both?
They'll have both teams.
Okay, Kevin.
I would love that.
Yeah?
Yeah. It actually makes me feel sad if it wasn't true, but we deserve it. We are Central Florida for a reason. We are the hub of everything. Let us have more than Disney. Let us have more than, the international hub for wakeboarding. Give us more, people. Give us more.
And Myra? Likely?
I would like to see it happen. I don't know if it will. I know they've been trying to bring professional baseball here for a long time.
Yeah,
and had
Dr.
some-
Winters has been
had some big push, and they did what is it, the Froggers over in Osceola County?
They're called something Froggers or something like that.
You know that? Do you know what they are, Nick? The Crickets or the Froggers? Or
The minor
Toads?
league team?
Yeah.
Fire Frogs.
Fire
Frogs.
Frogs.
See, I knew it was frogs.
I think with soccer and basketball, until we become champions,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, quickly, just no explanation on this one. Kevin, just pick a number. Quickly.
6.
43.
All right, 6. Okay. With Elon Musk helping save those kids in Thailand, this guy's literally an evil genius in the making. Is it likely or unlikely that he finds a cure for an incurable disease? Likely or unlikely? Quickly.
Likely.
Likely, Myra?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. And Nick?
Likely, can't we? I just want to say likely because I hope it happens. I don't know.
Yeah,
that would be
right?
great.
Yeah,
That would be great.
it'd be pretty nice. I mean,
I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no loss.
I want to be the optimist on that.
Jeez, Myra.
But yeah, guys, that's likely or unlikely. I mean, it's pretty cool. We haven't done it in a long time. So
I like the number thing, though.
I appreciate that, guys. And
You do so much.
Phil always
you
comes
guys
up
can,
with cool
Birthday
things.
boy.
hashtag that on our website. And
Hashtag Phil's my lover.
Hey, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep.
Ooh.
So
And
I
thanks
gotta,
for my commercial.
no problem.
Sounded good.
And I gotta run. I gotta work about another 16 hours straight.
Oh, man.
Hashtag hardest working man in radio. Sorry, Nick.
Second hardest. But it was
Time
awesome.
for you to go.
The little company.
Appreciate you guys. Love you. Keep on doing what you do. Share, subscribe. KevinSuttonShow.com. You can get all the information. I'm almost famous, and you got to watch what I say.
Bye.